After the funeral, Marko took the clock off the wall. The ticking had become unbearably jit, reminding him that Sofia was gone, while time itself had decided to stay. He lived in their apartment like a museum of memory, a cracked cup, a scarf on the chair, her book with a folded note inside. Marko did not touch her laptop for 6 months. That evening, it started raining, and he finally opened it. It was like opening a door he had kept sealed shut, afraid of what lay on the other side. The screen lit up, showing her familiar desktop background of photos of them smiling on a beach. He navigated through files, each click a hesitant step back into their shared world. He found a folder named for Marko. His heart pounded as he opened it, revealing a single video file. What message had she left behind? What final words was he about to hear? Marko stumbled upon a folder on her computer, simply named Autumn 2019. Inside, a series of letters, not to him, but to a stranger named Lev. His heart sank, but as he started reading, he realized these weren't love confessions. They were something deeper, something more unsettling. They were the thoughts we're all too afraid to say out loud. One letter read, "Sometimes I feel like we live next to each other, but not together." Another confessed, "I'm not betraying you, Marko, I'm just getting lost." Each word was a small crack in the foundation he thought was solid. He wasn't reading about an affair. He was reading the diary of a lonely soul. A strange, cold jealousy crept in, not for the man he'd never met, but for the intimacy of the words she shared with someone else. What secrets are hiding in your life? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Have you ever missed someone so much that you'd do anything just to feel close to them again? Imagine this. A man heartbroken creates a new email account. He calls it Lev Shadow, and with this new identity, he begins to write not to a stranger, but to Sofia, the one he lost. He wasn't trying to deceive her. Not really. He just desperately wanted to continue what they had. So every single night, he'd pull up her old letters, the ones filled with memories and shared dreams. He'd meticulously answer them, changing the dates, tweaking the words, and in the process, changing himself. He became his own rival, a shadow of the past. What started as a game, a way to cope, slowly blurred the lines of reality. The game became his life. And in this digital world, their conversation, frozen in time, was given a new, bittersweet breath. Thanks for listening. He stood there, staring at the mirror, but he wasn't looking at his own reflection. He was talking to her. It had been weeks, maybe months. He'd lost track, but he finally admitted it to himself. It was easier this way. Easier to talk to her now that she was gone than it ever was when she was sitting right across from him. In the silence of the empty house, her voice came alive in his mind. He was finally hearing about her fears, her wildest dreams, the incredible depth he'd never seen. He was discovering the woman she truly was. And with every new discovery about her, he saw something new about himself, the staggering, painful truth of his own blindness. He wasn't just learning about her, he was learning how much he had missed. Thanks for watching. Ever feel like one sentence can change everything? There's this story about a writer named Marko. For years, he filled pages with words, crafting worlds, characters, and endless dialogues. His life was a constant stream of narration, both on paper and in his own head. But amidst all the files, all the stories he'd written, one remained unopened, unread. It was a simple digital note left behind. He finally clicked on it. The words on the screen weren't a story. They were a single, heartbreaking message. If you ever read this, know that I am not leaving. I just don't know how to stay. In that instant, Marko stopped writing. The endless flow of words ceased. For the very first time in his life, he truly fell silent, finally understanding what could never be said. Thanks for watching. And if this story resonated with you, consider subscribing for more. He closed the laptop, the soft click echoing in the quiet room. Her scarf, still draped over the chair, caught his eye. He picked it up, the fabric soft and familiar in his hands, carrying the faint scent of her perfume. He walked to the balcony, the cool night air a stark contrast to the stuffy apartment. Sliding the glass door open, a gentle breeze swept in, rustling the scarf. He held it out, letting the wind tug at it. In that moment, watching it dance against the city lights, a sudden, sharp clarity hit him. He wasn't playing with her feelings, her hopes, her heart. He was playing with his own deep-seated fear. The fear of living a life without her in it. The game was never with her. It was with himself. And now it was time to let go. Thanks for watching. A month later, Marko bought a new clock. The house had been silent for too long, a quiet that was louder than any noise. This new clock had a soft, gentle tick, not like the old one that had echoed his loneliness. He placed it on the mantelpiece, right where the old one used to be. For the first time in a long while, he wasn't afraid of the sound. He wasn't afraid of the passing seconds, each one a reminder of what was lost. Because he finally understood something profound. Memory isn't a place you can live in forever. It's not a home, but it can be a window, a beautiful window you can look through from time to time to see the light of the past without being trapped in it. And with that thought, for the first time, Marko felt the quiet peace of the present. Thank you for watching.